Hey guys, I don't even really know how to start this video. I don't want to be overly dramatic. I don't even think that's possible. I have some news I need to share with you guys here on, especially on YouTube. If you're on my Facebook or Instagram, you already know, but I know YouTube, a lot of you guys are just here and you're not on other social medias, and it's something I need to share. And I've been putting off making this video for the last couple of days, obviously, just not obviously. Oh my gosh, I don't even know how to start. Because today's the first day that I woke up without crying, and I haven't cried yet today, and I know how I just have to just get this done and say it and be good. So I wanted to share with you guys on Friday the 10th, I woke up and let Trixie out and we did our normal routine. Trixie is my dog, guys. That's why I said I didn't want to be overly dramatic, because I don't know how everybody feels about dogs or animals. But she's been on this channel since I started. She's 14. She was going to be 14 this year, but on Friday we woke up and she's had no health issues. She's just gotten older over the last couple of years. And around 10 a.m. that morning, John and I were actually supposed to go out of the house, and we decided to stay home that day because we were just overwhelmed with having the kids home, and we just wanted a day to relax and hang out. And I'm so glad that we stayed home and decided to stay home, because around 10 a.m. Trixie started to throw up, and throwing up for her was not something abnormal. As she's gotten older over the last couple years, sometimes like she'll sniff too much outside and she'll puke and then she's fine. But I just noticed something was off with her. Oh my gosh, I gotta make it through this video. She threw up and she was like abnormally in my space, like in a way that she just usually isn't. She naps a lot, and like she just, you know, she's just a dog, and she just sometimes she just was being weird. And like I said, the puking was not something that was like a red flag for me, but I just, the way she was looking at me, I told John, I'm like, something's off, something's wrong. I don't know what it is, but something's wrong. And progressively over the like 30-minute time span, she threw up one more time, and she just was breathing weird, and she laid her head in my lap and looked at me, and I just was like, something's wrong. So I called her vet, and they didn't have any appointments until 3:30 in the afternoon. And it was like 10:45 at that point, and I said, I can't wait till 3:30. I think something's really wrong with Trixie. So they put me on hold, and they told me I could come in at 11:30. So I loaded her in the car. She just laid her head on my lap the whole way there, and we did. Trixie's a reactive dog to other animals, so I was nervous to take her inside because she tends to want to like establish dominance everywhere she goes, because she is that girl. And we were in the car, and she just like looked up at me and took a weird breath, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna bring her in. And I brought her in, and the staff was amazing, and they took her right back, and we did blood work and an x-ray, and her blood work was actually okay, so that was like good. And then when her doctor pulled up her x-ray, when the doctor pulled up her x-ray, Trixie was full of cancer. Her spleen had a massive tumor, and it was rupturing, and it was everywhere. Her stomach was full, and she was totally fine the day before. And we had to make a decision to put her down. It was really fast, and I wasn't at all prepared, even though she's an old girl. So Trixie is in heaven. She only suffered for maybe 2 hours out of her entire life. And it was so peaceful and beautiful and amazing, and I just had to tell you guys. I just had to like let you guys know. I wasn't at all prepared. I don't know if anybody ever is, but I think we all blissfully live in a world where our dogs are just gonna be here forever. Because I just assumed like my other dogs in my life, my family dogs when I was a kid, that she would get old and I'd have to do medicine and like we would have time and I would know, and I didn't think it would be something so quick. I thought I would have time. I thought I would have. I'm so sorry. I just thought I would have more time to just be ready. I don't know. But it was beautiful. She just went to sleep and it was so peaceful and beautiful, and I didn't want her to suffer at all, and she was such a good girl, and I told her that so many times as I held her on her way to heaven, just how great she was. She was such a good dog. She's my first animal that I've ever had. We got her when Ella was 3. Before her diagnosis, that dog has seen through. That dog has seen me through so much stuff. She was so good to my kids. She was so good. And she got to spend the last year in this house, in this yard. And eat all the snacks. I could not have filmed this 2 days ago, you guys. I have been down really bad. If you're on my Instagram or Facebook, you know how bad it's been. But I have been down so bad. And today was the first day that I woke up and like didn't immediately cry. She slept with me every night, so that's been weird. And I know dogs don't live forever, but they really should. But she's in heaven now, with I'm sure so many of y'all's fur babies too. And I've been telling people, I just feel so bad for people I never hugged long enough when they told me they lost a pet, or I never gave them the proper attention or like love when they told me they lost a pet, because I didn't realize. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize how hard it was and how sad and absolutely gut-wrenching and devastating it is. I've lost humans. I've lost humans that I love, and it was hard. It was awful. But this is just different, and I can't explain it, but it's been really hard. Ella, I know you guys are gonna ask about how the kids are. John and I were with, I have to get it together. John and I were with Trixie. The kids were at school when all this happened. I feel like, I've been telling my mom, like, I feel like Trixie she was so good. She knew that I couldn't handle any more chaos of like, she just did it so peacefully, and it was just so beautiful. And Ella's fine. She just says, you know, all in Ella's mind, and how she explains it to me, is all dogs and all animals go to doggy heaven. So she was like, oh, Trixie's with Drover and Callie and all of the animals that we've loved in our life. And then she asked me immediately when we were getting another dog, which is just like Ella. And I told her, we're not going to be getting another dog. I don't plan on it. I don't think I could ever do this again. Everett is having a little bit of a harder time because Trixie is so ingrained in every part of my life. So every time we go outside now, he yells for her to come back in. Says Trixie, and she doesn't come, and it confuses him. So we're trying to figure out how to, I keep explaining that she's in heaven. And we'll all see her again someday, but it's really sad. And I said in the beginning of the year, we're not gonna walk by fear. Oh, I can't talk. We're not gonna walk by fear. And no matter what comes this year, we're gonna get through it. And we are. I'm okay. I will be okay. I'm just so sad. I miss her. She was really good. I'll pick her up this week. Probably in the next few days. Been having a really hard time knowing she's still there. I think it'll help when I get her back home. So to anybody that's ever lost an animal, I'm so sorry. It's really hard. And I had to tell you guys, she was so good. I know this will get better because the last 2 days I couldn't, like I have children. I'm so thankful. Like I have my children, I have my family. There's people who have buried their kids and their parents. That's awful. So I know it's, for some people you're like, it's just a dog. And I can't believe I ever even had that mindset, because it's really hard. But the best thing we can do for our animals is to love them and to be there for them when they cross over. And that's what keeps me going, is like, I was so scared. I never thought I could ever be in the room for something like that. But when the doctor said, you know, if you can't, and I said, no way. Like I have to be there for her. And the fact that I was there for her and I could be there for her. And she knew it, I was there. And like, I could hold her hand and hold her on her way to heaven is such a blessing. I'm sorry. Such a blessing and a gift. And I'll be changed forever because of this dog. She was like one of my kids. And I'm so thankful we got this time with her. And I knew when we adopted her, she was a little older. She was like 4. We don't really know her age because I got her from the shelter. But I knew when we adopted her, I wouldn't get as much time with her, but I thought it would be a little bit longer. But these 8 and 9 years have been great, and she was so good. And she'll be so missed. And I won't be sad forever. And it's okay that I'm sad. I also just have to get through the grief part to move on and to just honor her life. And I feel her. I feel her in the yard. I feel her in the sun. So thank you guys so much for being so a part of my life here, that I feel safe enough to like share my feelings. I don't know, I keep telling people I'm sorry that I'm sad, because I'm really sad. I'm very sad. Love your dogs and your cats and your animals. Treat them with kindness. Spoil them rotten. We don't deserve them. We do not deserve them. And you never know, you know? So the only thing that's getting me through is that she got to spend this year here and like had the nicest bed ever. I worked with Newton, that baby mattress company. She had a $200 dog bed that I worked with them for. It was huge, and I think it really helped her be more comfortable in her life. She had the best of the best this last year, and she had a hard time too. She lost her house too. She moved too. She had the hurricane in October. She went through all of that, and she is such a trooper, and she was such a good girl. And she handled it so well, and she's just such a good girl. And that's how I will always remember her. And I know she's living her best life in heaven, and I'm so thankful that I have my relationship with Jesus so that I can tell him to just love her until I get there. I really am okay, and I was fine this morning. I woke up not crying, like I said. It's the first time in a couple of days. But it's okay to cry. They're part of our family, and our family will look different from now on, and that's okay. It's how lucky are we that we got to love something so much, and that she loved us so much that we could feel this sad about it. So I just wanted to share with you guys, she's in heaven, and she had the most peaceful passing ever, and it was beautiful. So now I don't have to make this video ever again, because I will never have another animal again. And I know so many people are like, you'll find the right one, and you have love to give. It's a dog is like a child, and they take a lot of responsibility and love and attention, and I don't have any more of that to give. Trixie was just so embedded into our lives and so low maintenance and just so herself. I just can't wrap my head around bringing that into our life right now. It wouldn't be fair to a dog to do that and like not be able to give them the best of the best right now. And so we're going to just be our family of 4 for a long time, and that's okay. I don't need to get a puppy or a dog right now to fix my sadness. I'm gonna grieve her and remember her, and I can't wait till I get her back. I will feel so much better when she's back here with me. And I'm so sorry to anybody who's ever lost an animal or a loved one or a pet. It's awful. And I'm just gonna remember all of our sweet memories and moments together. She was a class act, that dog. She was so good. She was such a good girl. Thank you guys for being part of our family, and I will see you soon. And I hope I won't be crying, because I'm so tired of crying. I love you all, and I will see you soon. Bye, friends.